How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Is this your place?
Yeah.
Perfect. You know why we're here?
And I assume noise.
Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
Big speaker right there?
Yeah.
Nothing against having a party. Once neighbors start calling in, then we have an issue.
Fair.
You go to school?
Yeah.
Okay. What year?
Senior.
Senior. Okay. So I'll tell you the same thing I told them. You probably know the drill, right?
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. So usually, at least for me, I'll give you a verbal warning.
Okay.
Once I have neighbors calling in, your music's too loud, you're disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Nothing against having parties, nothing against having people over who are overage to drink. But again, once we start disturbing the neighbors, then we've got an issue.
Yeah.
Noise ticket is up to 300.
Yeah, somewhere around 300, 400.
Okay, it's a pretty expensive ticket. I don't want to give that to you.
Yeah.
That being said, this is your place, so I'm going to hold you responsible. Because it is your place, you're also responsible for everybody here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to grab your info.
Yeah.
And if I do have to come back here, a $300-some ticket's coming your way.
Okay.
And it only gets more expensive from there. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fair. Absolutely.
Actually, let's just do it this. What's a good phone number for you?
Bryan Kohberger case. Theory Idaho suspect was behind party house noise complaints debunked. Idaho murders suspect Bryan Kohberger allegedly stalked the King Road home for weeks before the stabbings. Moscow, Idaho. Police responded to noise complaints 3 times at the home, where 4 University of Idaho students were later killed. But incident reports contain no evidence the prime suspect placed the calls, as web sleuths have suggested. Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old criminology PhD student at nearby Washington State University, had also applied for an internship with local police. He had allegedly been stalking the King Road home where 3 of the 4 victims lived for weeks, according to a probable cause affidavit. Kohberger's cell phone pinged near the house at least a dozen times before the quadruple homicide and once the morning after, according to investigators. And Moscow police pulled him over for a traffic stop near the victim's home less than a week after the first noise complaint in August. While his school had a database of police body cam footage from several departments and surveillance video around Pullman, Washington, university officials said Kohberger was never granted access to those resources, and Moscow police were not among the agencies sharing video. But the evidence of alleged stalking and his criminal justice background triggered speculation that Kohberger may have been involved in reporting the noise complaints or sought out the bodycam video. Police documents obtained by Fox News Digital do not support either possibility. 2 of the 3 complainants on the evening of September 1 and the early morning of September 2 are identified in police reports as neighbors of the King Road home in Moscow. Both calls came from houses on Wilena Drive, the street behind the 6-bedroom off-campus rental house. An earlier incident report from August 16 does not include a complainant's name. However, the responding officer on bodycam video repeatedly mentions that the loud music is disturbing neighbors. Additionally, the incident reports include the names of members of the public who requested the reports and the dates when those requests were filed. Kohberger's name does not appear on the list. Kohberger faces 4 counts of first-degree murder and a felony burglary charge after he allegedly entered a home on King Road in Moscow and ambushed Santa Kernodle and her boyfriend Evan Chapin, both 20, and Madison Mogan and Kaylee Goncalves, both 21. The attacks happened around 4 a.m. on November 13. According to authorities, and Latah County Coroner Kathy Mabbitt previously said all 4 were stabbed to death. Steve Goncalves, Kaylee's father, told Fox News Digital in December that Mabbitt described the injuries to him as big open gouges. 2 other housemates were unharmed, including one whom police say witnessed a masked man with bushy eyebrows flee after the killings. Goncalves' dog also survived the attack, and police later said they found possible animal hair while serving a search warrant at Kohberger's apartment in Pullman, less than 10 miles from the crime scene. Kohberger is due back in court at the end of June for a preliminary hearing, where his defense is expected to challenge the evidence laid out against him. He is being held without bond. If convicted of any of the 4 murder charges, he could face the death penalty. The court has issued a gag order barring attorneys and investigators from commenting on the case.